We back? We are back. We just finished watching X3.
Yeah, X-Men: The Last Stand.
Last Stand.
That's 3 anyway.
Yeah.
No 3 allowed.
Except I think when
they could have called it Triple X.
Like X and it had like the Wolverine.
No, that's
3.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it was something like
could
that.
that's copyright.
Triple X is a way better movie.
Was Triple X released before this?
Maybe.
What's Triple X?
Triple X is a Vin Diesel movie.
Yeah.
It's where my gamer tag comes from.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I rewatched it like years back. I was like, yep.
Alright, the tangents.
So X-Men: The Last Stand. Mystique's been captured, right?
Wait, hold on. Now Megan's gonna explain this one.
Oh, Megan's gonna get this one.
Yeah, Megan,
No.
tell us about X-Men 3.
So Mystique's been captured,
Go on.
and I'll let you pick it up from here.
No. What happened after that?
I don't remember.
Jeez.
Come on.
We
This
just
one actually had a
watched
better
it.
laid out plot.
It did.
Well,
It
very-
wasn't all over the place, yes.
So it started out with a badass, well, I don't want to say badass, but a fight scene.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be a simulation.
Yeah.
So,
They're in the Danger Room, which is the first time we see the Danger Room,
yeah.
which is a staple of X-Men.
And pretty early on, we lose a main character.
Oh yeah, Cyclops brings the Phoenix up from the dead,
Yep.
and there she
Sure.
kills him.
Yeah, he's
True.
And then she
Sucks
destroys his
him in the
Oakleys.
Yeah, then she destroys his Oakleys, more importantly. His sunglasses
Pretty
get
bad.
destroyed.
Pretty
Um,
much, they found a cure through another mutant,
Yeah.
and they synthesized the bullets out of it, and they're trying to cure all the mutants.
Yeah, if you shoot somebody with it, then they turn into a normal person, which happens to Mystique in the movie, and
Yep.
turns into this black-haired broad.
And she's smoking
Yeah, honestly.
She betrays them immediately.
immediately
Like-
because they just left her because Magneto just left her there.
Like, you're one of them now.
Kind of surprising, actually, that he did
Yeah,
that.
betrayed
and
him too.
especially as time goes on and we'll see these other movies, it's way more surprising that he would leave her there
Yeah.
because their bond is that much stronger, like reinforced by the other movies. It doesn't make any sense.
It's weird. Really, really weird. And then the movie kind of caps off with Dark Phoenix kind of being the ultimate, like, destruction piece. And then somehow Wolverine just walks through all of it and
Because he's
cuts her
a healing
down.
factor.
Like a regenerator himself.
Yeah, but, I mean, she had to have been holding back.
Well, I mean, can she destroy adamantium? Do we know that?
She did love him.
The power of love.
There was the love triangle.
More importantly, the Juggernaut was in this movie.
Is that I'm the Juggernaut?
He did say, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch."
Which we just figured out for sure was spawned off of that video.
If you have not seen that, it was an old parody, like of the cartoons that two guys made back in '05, right before YouTube got big, and well, actually right before YouTube started,
Yeah.
and it spawned that phrase to be added into the movie.
Yeah, the video is very classic, but yeah, you can find it pretty.
I'd say if you look it up, there's like a 9-minute version. Watch the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It gets a little stale, but
it
Yeah.
does repeat itself quite a few times.
still, it's hilarious.
Got to even mention who else died.
Oh, straight up, Charles.
Professor Xavier dies.
He disintegrated.
He's turned dust.
And what's his face lost his powers.
Magneto lost his powers.
Or did he?
Or did he? Yeah.
Spin the little thing.
What the-
Are you in the dream or not?
Yeah,
Ellen
exactly.
Page.
So,
True.
and then
It all connects.
Kitty Pryde, she was a big.
Yeah, Ellen
much-
Page is Kitty Pryde.
They pretty much
Her first big
replaced.
role.
They pretty much replaced Ellen Page, or well, Kitty Pryde. Or they replaced Rogue with Kitty Pryde in this
Yeah.
movie. Like complete role reversals.
They just pushed Rogue out the door.
She like early on she was like, yeah, I wanna get rid of my powers, and then just disappears for the second half of the movie. So,
There is a cut of Days of Future Past, which is the only other time we would see her until like that has her in it. But the regular release and theatrical release does not have her in it at all.
that's really weird.
Which Rogue is still alive by the time that's all going on.
She's just useless now, though.
Yep.
She has no powers or anything.
Well, the thing with the Magneto thing was that it's not a permanent cure.
Oh, okay. That'd be-
It's a temporary thing. Just like if you leave the barrier from where the kid was,
Sure. Okay, yeah, that makes
Beast's hand
sense.
went back blue.
What's
Okay.
the kid's power? Do we find that out?
The kid's power is to take away other people's
Oh,
powers.
so that was
Yeah.
it? That was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's like when
That's-
Kitty
that's-
grabbed him.
yeah.
She couldn't go back through the wall.
And then Juggernaut hit his head into the wall.
I thought he
Yeah.
might have had something else.
No, he just takes away everyone else's powers.
Really kind of, yeah, lackluster. So we've mentioned a lot of the new people so the new mutants that we had in here that starred big was Kitty Pryde, I think the main one.
Still
Beast.
got that
Beast,
Wolverine.
yeah.
Kelsey Grammer, Frazier himself.
I've been waiting for
Beast.
Beast, and that guy Kelsey does not disappoint with
Yeah.
his acting in that movie. I think it's really, really good. He's
Well,
probably the best addition.
It's because it's like you want someone smart to play
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Beast,
you have to.
but at the same time, you kind of need somebody who can do action. He's never really done action.
He acted it
But
out really well.
He
Those scenes.
He did it very, very well.
Most disappointing character that wasn't there was Nightcrawler, who was a huge
Yeah.
part in the second one. But I just read that the makeup took way too long for
Probably
how
was
long
like
it.
10 hours.
He said I think he actually read that it was kind of painful, and
Probably had he only
I'm
had the
sure.
3 fingers, so they probably
yeah,
had
and then
Oh,
also he was gonna have a small part, so they figured, well,
Probably
if
not.
you're gonna have a
worth
small part, it's really not worth you to even be in the movie.
Yeah.
So they cut
other
him.
small parts. Angel was in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a
Angel
awesome looking.
existed in the movie.
costume.
Angel was an original X-Men.
Yeah, he was in the the very first comic.
Yeah,
It's-
and he's reduced to a background character
Yeah.
in this movie.
He was only his purpose was only served for very small plot progression.
Yeah.
Or for just
It was to set
background.
up who was involved with what. Is
Yeah.
all it really
Dad
was.
leading the mutant cure thing, and he's like, "No, I don't want to be cured," and he flew away.
yeah, exactly.
And then he saved his dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you got to. I don't really think there were really anybody else. The big on the good
there's-
side.
You got background. You got Marrow and
Iceman went full ice.
Iceman went full ice. he
That's
did.
true.
Spike was there. He was the porcupine guy.
Oh yeah. Well,
Multi-man.
he was an evil guy.
Multiple man. Yeah.
Multiple man. See, on the bad side, I think the biggest addition was Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is a
and-
heavy hitter.
Juggernaut as well. Yeah.
Literal heavy hitter.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Porcupine and who were those other two? The
Fucking Speedy bitch and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Fast
Shockwave.
Arrow.
I don't know.
Shockwave.
I don't know the names.
he said
Okay.
her name, but I
Yeah.
I think I still think she looks like Josuke.
She does look like a JoJo character for sure.
The hair, man. What do we got? What do we got to do? We got action, or you want to go to comedy? Which one?
Let's
do
go
action
action.
first.
Actions, keep it.
I think this movie's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Action-wise?
Action was better than last time.
It was consistent. There wasn't like a whole lot of dips in action. It's like one person fighting wasn't any better or worse than the other person fighting,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I
Like,
mean-
Beast and Wolverine fighting alongside each other, and then in the background, Storm is fighting the girl who can run real fast. Kind of
Yeah.
just
They had,
clawed from hell.
they had a lot of fight scenes. None of them were really
Crazy.
decisive.
Yeah.
I want to say, except maybe the final fight.
It was
which
the
was
Danger
really
Room. You got the fastball special out.
What?
And they do it again.
When Colossus throws
Oh,
Wolverine.
yeah, that's true.
They do
You
it
always got
again
that.
in the-
And then they do it again because it's like you gotta come full circle.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if this one necessarily had more fight scenes than the
There was
last one.
no fight scene that was impactful.
It was really like a big
Except-
old lead up to the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, except for I wouldn't even call the last scene a fight
No.
scene. It was just a
Yeah,
struggle.
It was just a, yeah.
Like the end of Halo 5, pretty much. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah, I do.
It's
I
really
just
all
played
I-
that.
That's really all it was.
I just replayed that the other day.
But
Yeah, you fucking Vinny Jones juggernauting his way through walls.
it's always good.
It's great. Juggernaut's
great.
always great to watch because it's
Ju-
just nonsense.
Well, that final scene as well, when you compare it to the original or the start of the movie with the virtual reality sequence,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have that final scene, which kind of like mirrors it with him throwing like flaming cars and stuff.
Yeah.
You got Magneto throwing cars and Pyro putting them on fire. The moving the bridge, like all that's. I think that's pretty extravagant, pretty good.
Yeah.
Compared to the previous movie, but I'll
Definitely compared to the first movie where they're struggling to move.
I'll wrap it up though when we get to the universe stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'll wrap that up. But I
Yeah.
think we jump into comedy.
Yeah, I do too. lot more jokes.
In the first like 5 minutes, where there were like
It was
3 or
just
4
jokes.
jokes
But
immediately,
it was-
one after another.
It was empty of jokes for a while.
There was a big gap when all the
Yeah.
when all the
There was a lot at the
antidote
beginning.
thing was going on.
But you look at
Yeah.
the first movie, and there were like an okay amount of jokes. The second movie, they were like 3 jokes, mostly
Yeah.
middle fingers.
Yeah.
And in this movie, there were a lot more early
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
like a lot.
There and again, there's the physical comedy, like the car's on fire and Logan's lighting a cigar with
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
kind of thing. It's like they stick to their guns. I'll give them that.
And then straight up, you got the Juggernaut line. Like,
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
You can't beat
100%
that.
just a joke.
I think this movie wins in the comedy department.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thus
Definitely-
far, so for
definitely beat
certain.
them. But
I will say this is not as bad of a movie as I remember it.
no,
Especially not
Way
like
more of an appreciation.
because I've watched it on TV several times and it's not good on TV. It is way better just sitting and watching the movie.
yeah. Well, especially when you have commentary, with other
Yeah,
people
exactly.
talk about it and laugh about it. When you go full circle though and finally talk about the universe stuff, I think this movie was terrible from that perspective.
Yeah.
You got
Like you,
Cyclops dead, you got Phoenix dead, you got Charles dead.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
Magneto
Magneto lose
lost
powers. You've got like
Mystique turned on Magneto.
you've got
What's her face doesn't
Yeah.
have powers anymore.
Mystique.
Yeah.
Mystique. And
no,
then you've got
The other
Rogue.
oh Rogue.
Rogue.
Then you've got this serum that can just erase.
And a
mutants.
and a brand new love triangle between Rogue, Iceman, and Kitty Pryde.
Yep.
Yeah, true. That's so weird. And then by the end of it, they're just like totally okay with the mutants.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
just all.
they fought
It's
with
just
them.
fine.
They fought.
They
with them,
helped
they're like, "We're
in one
friends
battle
now."
and are okay now.
Yeah, but no, like I think that's a cheesy resolution.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
I don't know.
Very cheap.
I think this movie was the weakest from the story building. Like it didn't have a good ending.
No.
I mean, I guess with the introduction of Dark Phoenix, she has to die. Like she can't
She's too
live.
powerful.
Just it has to die, or someone else gets the Phoenix Force.
Yeah.
That's the way that power
So
works.
I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
But the fact that like Cyclops just straight up disappears
In the first,
with no.
So
One
what
minute.
happened
his contract.
is he wanted to go audition for the role for Superman Returns.
Yeah.
And he didn't even get it.
Oh, and so they pretty much just cut him out of this movie early.
Yeah, so he recorded like half the movie and then bounced.
Man, a
Wow.
lot of this movie is just like like all acting issues. That's
Yeah.
what the X-Men is. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
It's all acting problems.
Your best actor
You shoot Jack.
is Hugh Jackman
Yeah.
consistently.
Well, yeah.
Because
That's,
Patrick Stewart was all over the place in this movie.
yeah.
He didn't act anything like the Professor did in the other two movies.
Nah.
Because he wasn't telling anyone anything. He wasn't letting anyone know what was going on with Phoenix.
Yeah, he
And
just
he
got
definitely knew.
roasted pretty easily.
Yeah.
So, like I said,
And
weakest
Magneto's
in that
motivation in this one is pretty non-existent. Like, he wants to destroy the serum cuz.
standpoint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Join me.
But and
guys,
to be fair, in the last one it was like
upset.
he whispered to the dude, "Kill all the humans," cuz. Like he didn't.
Hey man, you don't need a reason.
Yeah,
all
I
the
guess
time.
not. But holy crap!
So wait, Sabretooth was not in the second movie, right?
Nope,
Also not in this one.
nope. Toad had a split second
Was
Yeah.
that
on the
Toad?
wall. No, that was the gecko guy.
Gecko.
Toad
That's
does.
me trying to throw
Toad
my
was in
arms
Toad.
up.
Toad does come back,
Jeez.
but it's a different actor
Throw my arms up.
and I think a different timeline.
I think so too.
All right.
Yeah. We're about to, this is where things are going to get confusing once we get past these. Like, we got past the initial, original 3 X-Men movies.
So we've
Which,
watched.
honestly, are the worst ones.
Good.
Like,
They weren't
overall,
terrible.
They weren't terrible. No, that was the biggest thing going into this. Is like, these aren't bad movies. They're just not spectacular.
Yeah.
They're not Guardians of the Galaxy.
Dude, nobody can beat Guardians.
Exactly.
Even Avengers, I don't think was as good as
No.
Guardians. Like
Avengers
Guardians
was very exciting.
Yeah, it was. So we watched X-Men 1, X-Men X2.
X3.
What was it called? X2
United.
United.
X-Men United.
And then X-Men 3 Last Stand, or X-Men Last Stand. They can't be
Yeah.
consistent at all. So next, I think we're gonna jump
First
on
Wolverine.
to first Wolverine
We
movie.
do I was gonna say we'll do them in actual order, in
Yeah, that's
release
Is that
order.
is that what we're gonna agree on? Actual release order?
I think
I'd do
release order would be
Wolverine,
best.
Second Wolverine.
First
then
class.
Maybe Apocalypse, because it'd be before First Class.
No, first class is before Apocalypse.
Okay, so
It's
First
always
Class-
David-
Apocalypse just has moments that take place in like 400 AD.
Yeah.
First
Well,
Class-
Apocalypse the final out of those three, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think we should watch those out of order.
No.
Okay, then second Wolverine. I think Logan should cap it off.
I think Logan should be the last movie.
Okay, that's fair.
It is the current timeline that we're on right now,
Okay.
where we've watched.
Cool.
But yeah, but we'll get into timeline crap when we get there. So we got to give our out of 12 rating.
Our 12 scale.
Our 12-point X-Men
I-
scale.
So hold on, let's review. First movie we said around 8,
Yeah,
8.5.
Eh,
Second movie we said around 8.5, 9.
yeah.
Maybe around a 7.75 for the first movie.
You can't change it now.
And then an 8.
What are you, IGN?
You
Changing
can't
your
change
scores?
Yeah, you can change it.
No, you can't change it.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
You're like Dark Phoenix. You got the eraser. Hummy hoiny hoiny, whatever you call it. Hummy hoiny
You're just lowering them so you can put this score lower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make this score lower.
I think
No.
I still think that X-Men 2 is the best one of these three.
That's what I'm trying to get at. I think this movie's better than the first one. Not from the universe, but from
no,
the action
solely
and the
from
comedy.
the actual movie.
But
The
X-Men
first
2.
one is not an action movie,
no.
and it's not a comedy.
No.
It just kind of is.
It's just
It's
the
a
X-Men.
Like foundation.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
sets foundation. This destroys that foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
think this is just right above X-Men 1. Like,
yeah,
8.75.
just barely,
What?
8.75.
because we gave it a.
Well,
I gave the first one
Yeah.
8.5, and I gave the second one a 9.
Man, I don't like this. Let's just go back and say the first one got
No.
a
You can't
7, the second one got a 9, and this one got an 8. Easy. They're all
We're
numbers.
going whole numbers now. We're gonna go round
Yeah,
round
yeah,
numbers.
We're gonna change how we're doing this.
I'm not. Now you're X-Men 3.
X-Men 3.
You just X-Men 3'd everything. No, wait, don't worry.
Ruined it
Don't
all.
worry. We'll Days of Future Past it and we'll fix all the problems.
Yeah, don't
It'll
worry.
be fine.
When we get to that, we'll change scales. We'll go to like, yeah, we'll go to like,
Come on and it'll be completely different people.
we'll go from negative numbers. Yeah, exactly. All right. I mean,
So-
who knows? They might join us. It's Joey
yeah.
and Sydney.
So it's 2, 3, 1.
Yeah, that's how we
All
feel.
right. That is our current scale for
We can
X-Men
all agree.
movies.
So let us know out there on your
Yeah.
on your 12 scale, your
Rewatch it before you let us
14
know.
scale.
'cause You have bad memories of this movie.
Yeah, because I don't even remember them when I just watched them. So
Like, yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.